back, Valley. We're joined now by Dr. Robert Velez, who teaches political science at UTRGV. Dr. Velez, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
No shocker, Biden and Trump rematch for 2024 coming back, both of them winning in Texas. A lot of times this can be a little bit of an issue for some undecided voters, and they're thinking, well, now we might get some lower numbers in November, but we haven't really discussed as far as former President Trump's possible VP picks. That's something that's on the table. Very interesting to see how he's going to go. Now, last week, he was in Eagle Pass with Abbott, so that could be something potential. Have the governor of Texas. Will it happen? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure if Governor Abbott would have the kind of pliability that some of the other candidates are indicating, candidates like Tim Scott, and Vivek Ramaswamy, who would perhaps bring along the younger crowd, since he's a younger fella. But I don't know. I think it's really interesting once we get to the convention.
Well, there were some propositions that were on the ballot that were not on the Democratic ticket, but it was all about the Republican, trying to find some sort of gauge as to where voters want to go next. There were two props that were on there. One of them talking about getting rid of taxes in Texas. Yeah. Your thoughts on that one?
Quite frankly, I think it's irresponsible to suggest to the voters that they could maintain the same level of services that they've come to expect while eliminating property taxes and not raising the tax burden on Texas taxpayers, which was the verbiage in that proposition. So I think that's irresponsible, and I think it's really kind of pie in the sky. I can't imagine it would.
Well, the other proposition that was on there, that was proposition number 2, was about Texas creating their own border protection unit. This is something that a lot of other Republican governors have dogpiled on because it's one of their highest polling issues. How do you see Republican voters going on that proposition? Well,
I think Republican voters will support it. It's an issue that is right in the wheelhouse of conservative Republicans as relates to border issues. It does continue the battle between the state of Texas and the feds, since the feds are responsible for enforcing immigration law.
Well, there's a lot of propositions that were on the ballot. We have those race numbers that are still coming in for some of those other races. You can find those right now on valleycentral.com.
We'll be right back after this.